Leaving climate change on one side for the moment, I am relatively optimistic. There has been a very substantial decline in international wars through the whole of the post-World War II period. And there are now virtually no interstate wars. There are many states now that no longer have the traditional military backbone. Most of the European states don't. Japan doesn't. And so that has to be a very optimistic sign for the world. In the last decade, really, only the United States and one or two of its allies have engaged in wars against others. So war is no longer than a normal way of doing business for most of the world. Now, the exception to that is civil wars, which often have an ethnic basis. But I think that they are a way of going through the world, and that it has to do with the attempts to democratize amid a situation where you have 2 or 3 major ethnic groups, each one of which can claim to be the real nation, so that the soul of the people and the real nation of the nation state. And that's where trouble breaks out. And I think that there are signs. The ethnic wars, civil wars, peaked in the 1990s and have declined somewhat since then. Certainly there are very few new wars. It's rather that some of the old wars are very difficult to solve and continue. But I think that enough countries will find forms of democracy which take into account ethnicity to be able to cope with that problem. So, and I'm not a person who believes, I don't have a Hobbesian theory of the international economy as many people do, which that's an argument which says a stable international economy needs a hegemonic power. And if you don't have it, you have disorder, as we had in the interwar period. Well, we obviously did have disorder in the economic interwar period, but I don't think that was the reason. And there seems to me to be no reason why we can't have a multi-centric regulation of capitalism with a basket of currencies, and why international organizations regulating other aspects of social order cannot be increased. So if it wasn't for climate change, I would be an optimist on this point. But I think that climate change just throws a spanner in the works. And I don't think one can predict what's going to happen, but it may cause a very substantial amount of international disorder.